Why, hello there again, my fellow Vault Dwellers and Wasteland Wanderers. What's up? It's Robbie with Openworld Games, and we are revisiting the Wastelands of Fallout 4. We're going to be talking about a bunch of new details, including the dialogue, stealth, and AI behavior, legendary enemies, non-violent playthroughs, and so much more. But use that video guide in the description below to skip ahead to the info you seek. So, get this, guys. According to the voice director on Fallout 4, the game will offer some thousand lines of dialogue between all of the characters in the world. We already know that this game is going to offer a ton of dialogue just for your character, which is an undertaking in of itself. So this is really good news to hear. I just hope that they offer a ton of variety in terms of voice actors. That's always been one of the problems with the Elder Scrolls series. You see some dude around the corner, and he's still got the same voice, and you're like, okay. But hopefully they do something very different for Fallout 4, and that is what I'm betting they're doing. So it seems like this is going to be good news. So you want to be a sneaky bastard in the wasteland? Well, guess what? It seems like stealth is now a much more viable option than before. Of course, it was a pretty viable option in Fallout 3. You had your Chinese stealth army you could go with. You could find stealth boys and then use those to initiate a sneak attack for massive amounts of critical damage. Well, of course, stealth is going to be returning in Fallout 4 in a big way. Apparently, according to some people that have watched the Gamescom demonstration, stealth is a much more viable option now. AI will act much more realistic when startled by your character, even if they haven't spotted you directly. Also, apparently, factions will differ in terms of AI. So, some enemies will be on you immediately, and then other factions will, just be dubious, won't even know that you're there. So the AI is different from faction to faction. I imagine that things like Deathclaws will really be on the lookout and will probably spot you better than, say, Raiders. So that's just an assumption, but it would be cool to see that difference in AI in Fallout 4, and I think that's what they're going for. But yes, you can still use some tactics in Fallout 4. For example, you can go all-out stealth and then use a companion who's, your health dude, your tank of the group. And then you can use him as a distraction while you are in stealth, and then you can perform that epic critical stealth kill in this game. So I'm actually excited to see some Let's Plays of some stealth players. I'm going to be, roaming around with my teddy bear launcher, decapitating poor fools, because that's the way I like to play. I like absolute carnage. If there's a room full of people, they're all going to be dead by the end of my journey. So that's how I'm going to play. Let me know how you guys are actually going to be playing Fallout 4. So speaking about the AI, the Brotherhood will be more controlled, very well organized, and strategic thinking. They're going to go in there. They're going to want to kill everyone in a tactical fashion. Now, if they face off against Raiders, they're going to be quite the opposite. They're going to be less organized. They're going to be crazy. They're going to be extremely aggressive. Same thing for your ghouls. I would think that the ghouls don't even care. They're going to run into all the bullets and come in numbers. So it really does depend on the faction you face again, and I think this is one of the coolest features for Fallout 4. It's going to make the universe feel very realistic going from faction to faction. But speaking about stealth, this is going to be great for those of you that want to tackle the non-violent playthrough, which Bethesda has confirmed that is actually possible. I'm not going to go for that again. Seriously, I'm going to, never do that, I don't think, in a Fallout game. Please let me know if any of you are going to actually try going through the whole game without killing one person, creature, or plant. So I'm curious, are you not going to go up to a plant and trim it? No, just kidding. But yeah, non-violent playthroughs are very much a possibility in Fallout 4, so this game really does cater to many different playstyles. But I really don't think non-violent playthroughs are going to be that realistic in a game like this. Remember, there are going to be legendary enemies. These are going to be so badass to face off against. They're sort of going to act like the group leader of a faction. If you come across a town or whatever, you may see a legendary feral ghoul reaver or something like that. They will be a huge threat. And then, of course, you have your super mutants with their pet dogs, the centaurs. They're sort of like their pet dogs, I guess. So they will be hunting you out. You got to remember that this game is also going to have rubber banding for its scaling and AI. So you'll be roaming the wasteland. You'll probably go into some town or city that's all decayed, and then you will find enemies that are like level 30, you're level 10, and you are screwed. Now, that's where stealth will be a big help. You know, Todd Howard, he goes on to say about this, we call it rubber banding. We'll have an area where enemies scale from 5 to 10, and then this area will be level 30 and above. You'll run into stuff that will crush you, and you will have to run away. This is sort of, I still don't know what to think of this. I actually like this for games like Bloodborne, but again, it sort of limits how you choose to explore the world. The world becomes sort of a path at which you have to actually explore the game. You know what I mean? The developers sort of force you on this path in a way. So, but I really do like the mystery behind seeing a massive behemoth, knowing that I can't go there yet, and saving up a couple of hours in my mind knowing what is beyond the behemoth. So that's sort of the exciting thing. Bloodborne did this big time, and I love Bloodborne for it. It's one of my favorite RPGs, so it's returning here in a big way in Fallout 4, and I don't mind it that much. Let me know what you guys think. Would you like to explore the world no matter what, have the AI scaling with you, or do you prefer something like Fallout 4 is going to be offering, where there's a certain level of AI within a district that you do have to be warned about, where you may have to actually consider running? But you know, rubber banding can also apply to weapons, and what I mean by this, more rare crafted components may be guarded by these legendary enemies. Of course, that's probably how it's going to work. So getting those huge rewards like these rare weapons may take a lot of time and effort, which I think is a good thing. I think that's a very good thing, to really have this carrot stick to convince you to keep going on your journey, much like you need a good story to keep you in the game. The same thing can be true about exploring the game world by knowing, hey, around each corner there's going to be some sort of epic weapon or mod that you can apply to your weapons, or some sort of material that can help you upgrade your base. So I think this is going to be the case when you are going into these higher and higher leveled areas. Sweet. So I'm so freaking excited for Fallout 4. It's shaping up to be the single-player RPG game of the year. No doubt. I'm sure it's going to be the talk of the interwebs when it finally hits November 10th. So I have that like marked on my calendar big time. So should you. But guys, come back here to Open World Games, because we're celebrating all things Fallout 4. We've got a huge backlog of Fallout 4 videos, and you can look forward to more news and updates. We're going to be covering this game extensively here on Open World Games. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the Wasteland.